Man, so much happening in one day. We're going to talk about it here on Blue Ridge Silverhound. Welcome, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. I guess the first chip to fall, actually, multiple chips fell today regarding circulating coinage. We've all been waiting. January was pretty much a ghost town of a month regarding any of these coins, but we have great news. We are beginning to see some activity happening here. Maybe not necessarily in the market. I really don't know. We might as well check it out while we're on board. But as of today, February 4, the first American Woman Quarter went for sale. The Ida B. Wells American Women Quarter was made available this morning at some point. And guess what? If you wanted to buy this, all of the different types are available for you to purchase. Now, obvious, a good old U.S. Mint fashion. They're all price-wise, they're a cut above the rest. You're not getting face value for face value here. You're paying the proverbial U.S. Mint tax, I suppose, for the product. And these coins, like they've always been available, come in both or three different types: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So the way that they're split up is you could order them. Let's see if I can just move my photo up here a little bit. So with this drop down, you can order them in a bag, but I'm going to warn you guys, if you decide to do it this option, the coins generally, they come out crappy. Not great for hunting. Whoever's bright idea it is, to put 100 quarters in a little cute little bag. These are like little canvas material bags, and then ship them off. You're not going to get the best quality product that way. I decided to let you know. So for 100 coins, pretty steep tax on these. Not literal tax, but the price that you're going to pay for $25 face for either Philadelphia or Denver is going to end up being $47.25. Now, as of right now, seeing as how that this is the debut release of the first circulating coinage, we don't know what to find yet on these. We don't know if there's some sort of mint error we need to be made aware of, or some sort of variety to speak of, a double to die, things like that. We've actually seen a few of them last year. One of the more notable ones on the Mary Edwards Walker, still continuing to sell very well today, and it's quite scarce. So you never know what's going to come out of these. So obviously you're paying nearly double face value if you wanted to get in on one of these at the bag level. Now, buying them in a roll, they're $10 per roll. There's a P&D roll lot for $42, which ends up being over 2 times face value. So obviously they covet the quality a little bit better in the roll because the coins aren't jangling around, and you're getting much better curated pieces from the mint. $42, just over 2 times face value. Now, the one that is the best value, in my humble opinion, because I've done really well selling the San Francisco minted business strike coins, which is something that they add as kind of an afterthought to really spice up the quarter program, and that's something that they've done from the very onset, and then even going back into the America the Beautiful series as well. These are always pretty popular. At one point, they used to sell out each and every single release, but as we're entering the final year of the program, some people are probably thinking, thank goodness I am not a fan of the series, or I'm not a fan of the modified obverse based off of one of the original designs. You can kind of see where the popularity has waned on these a good fair amount, because the PD&S roll set for $63, which has kind of been that kind of stable, tried and true price for that particular product, they're still available today. Now, today is release day. Don't know if those will sell out. It's been reported that the mintage of the San Francisco coins in general is one of the lowest. It's right around somewhere between like 300,000 to 360,000. The number seems to change very little. You could do some sort of like math here. If you look down the line right here, where the product limit is 7,002 roll sets and 8,250 bags, and then the 3-roll set comes out to 18,625. So if we did a little bit of basic math on something here, you're for every order of the 3-roll sets that you purchase, you get a roll of 40 of them. So to determine the mintage of the estimate, we take the 18,625 times 40. Okay, so I'm wrong. I thought it was less than this. It might be that they've also increased the mintage to fulfill demand. 745,000. All right, because they used to be a lot lower than that, and it really pissed off a lot of people when they weren't able to order them. You had to pretty much tell these folks that they had to go onto the subscription plan in order to get any sort of chance of obtaining the 3-roll set, because people were flipping them for like 150 to 180 bucks right out of the chute. So as a way of combating this, US Mint produced more of the estimates in the program to about double. So 745,000 is the mintage, which is still quite a bit low. It's still pretty low, but it's not nearly as low as what it once was. So there you go. Ida B. Wells. Now here's the thing. If you didn't want to take part in any of this whatsoever, the good news is that these are made available in circulation within 5 to 7 business days after the initial release on the US Mint website. So some of you will probably end up seeing these here real soon in your locales. Now, the closer you are to a Federal Reserve Bank, the better your chances are going to be to find this. I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be probably the first coin that people are going to be coming across right out of circulation bearing the 2025 date. Okay? So there you go. That's the Ida B. Wells. The next one will release, I believe, in about 2.5 months. The second installment for the year, and we won't talk about that, unless there's something relevant happening there. But considering that we've been waiting for 2025 coins, this is, my friends, the first chip to fall. Now, going back, because I told you there was a couple things that ended up happening today, or within the last 24 hours. Modified circulating coins production figures from the Mint have been released for the first month of 2025. I look after these daily, and they were uploaded within the last 18 to 24 hours. So we have updated numbers. We're going to take a look at these here momentarily. Let's go ahead and revisit 2024 numbers. And here they are. And just to let you know, right there, 2024 circulating coins. This is all information, by the way, that is easy to pull from the US Mint website. Okay, so Lincoln Cents, still kind of like the prototypical mintage figures for Lincoln Cents. Anything over $1 billion to $2 billion is normally where each one falls respectively. So for 2024, Lincoln Cents, Denver strikes $1.5 billion, Philadelphia $1.7 billion. Okay, for a cumulative total of both at $3.2 billion. Jefferson Nichols really hammered home some major news last year as the Denver Mint 2024 coming in at just $32.8 million. Philadelphia, in kind of like a last minute swerve, ended up producing one big heavy batch right at the tail end of the year, and the numbers did not get modified until about 10 days into January of this year. $79.9 million. Okay, because that number was nearly as low as the Denver Mint, right around $38 million. And the people that got in to buy those at like $50 a roll now are enjoying much cheaper prices. You can actually get those rolls for about 15, $20 today. I ended up buying one for $50 just to have it in my collection. I still need a Denver roll. They are still very expensive at around $180 to $200. Roosevelt dimes, as you can see, okay numbers here. 248 million on the Denver coins, 307 million for Philadelphia. The quarter program in all of the releases and different designs for 2024. Coming in at over 800 million for each one respectively. Candy half dollars, which made some pretty big headlines here within the last few weeks. At the news that this is the final year of the current Frank Gasparo design on these, because they're going to be modified for the 2026 season for the 250th anniversary, and then a new fresh redesign right afterwards for 2027. I still can't believe that they're still producing them, even though there is generally no real use for them whatsoever in commerce today. But you can see the numbers there. Those are regular. They are not NIFC. Okay, they are not not intended for circulation category anymore. That has come and gone as recently as 2019. As some of the production is going right straight to circulation, and they made that change here again about 4 years ago. Native American dollars, kind of an afterthought, just over $1 million a piece. Again, those mintages are very low, but the collectability is in the toilet on those. So, that's the numbers for 2024. Now, in kind of a shocker, ladies and gentlemen, 2025 January numbers are in. And even though we haven't seen any of this in circulation, they have produced quite a hefty amount of coins, and you're going to notice that a few of them kind of have some really crazy numbers here. Let's go ahead and start out with Lincoln Cents. Lincoln Cents, I'm going to tell you guys this, because the heaviest production for new coins is generally within the first 4 months of the year. The Denver Mint had only produced 82 million Lincoln Cents thus far. The Philadelphia is double that at 160 million for a total cumulative amount for the month of January of 242.4 million Lincoln Cents. And we haven't seen any yet. Okay, but the fact that Lincoln Cents weren't even up to 100 million last year, they produced 200 million in the month of January. It's a crazy difference in number. But take a look at Jefferson Nichols. We don't have any more low mintage stuff as of the first month of the year. The Denver Mint cranked out, get this, 43,680,000. The Philadelphia Mint managed to mint 38,400,000. These numbers will go up. I would say we're probably going to be looking at mintages somewhere in the 150 to 200 million of each of those based off of the current trends. It's not going to stay at this for that long, but these numbers, guys, are already far above and beyond what the 2024 mintages are. So that Denver roll 2024 is looking better and better each and every single day now that we're seeing these numbers firsthand for you. Roosevelt dimes, okay, a little bit heavy production here. It looks like they're going to be, kind of like another big year for Roosevelt dimes at 68.5 million, 56 million for Philadelphia. Quarters, another one to be on the lookout for because total production of the quarter program across all of the designs for 2024 ended up exceeding over 800 million for each of the mints, and then we are at a tenth of what that is, respectively, for the I to B wells. Okay, so I to B wells, I presume they're going to produce a little bit more of these ahead of the secondary release that comes out, sometime this spring. Candy half dollars. Look at those numbers. 3.6 million for Denver, 5.8 million for Philadelphia. Okay, so again, we're looking at about 15 to 20 million here. Again, there's a lot of talk about possible speculative buyout for 2025s because it is the last year of the outgoing first design. And then the Native American dollars, we're going to assume that they had produced whatever allocation for the entire year in the month of January, and that's exactly what they did. If and only if we're comparing apples to apples numbers to 2024. All right, so there you are. Those are the first kicker numbers for 2025. Kind of crazy that you know the mintages on nickels and dimes are particularly heavy, but we haven't seen anything yet. You know, Lincoln cents. The Philadelphia number looks right. The Denver number seems far shorter than what is projected to finish for the entire year. Could we possibly see a coin where they made less than $1 billion? Now, here's a little bit of a caveat. I'm not telling anyone to go out and like buy these to invest in them. I'm telling you guys that you should probably get, kind of grease the skids here a little bit and look for full rolls of Lincoln cents right now, and just get your local banking professionals partnered up and get them primed for this release. Especially for the Denver folks, you guys that are on the West Coast might actually have something to fight for here this year. I know it's been kind of a tough slog finding anything remotely interesting on the western side of the country, you know, because, you know, we don't have like varieties and errors and things that pop up on Denver coins. It's very few and far between. But there you go. I would love to hear your thoughts on the preliminary numbers to kick off the year. Real quick before I let you guys go. All right, we are on eBay. We're going to do kind of like a quick little go around here on, you know, on all the circulating coins. There's still pre-sales. That's what this first one is here. All right, and you know what they say. If you don't have a physical picture of the obverse showing a 2025 date, then therefore it does not exist. Okay. You know, and that's been something that I've been telling everybody, because a lot of people are saying, well, there's a lot of people that are selling these, you know, and they seem to think that they have them and they're very convincing and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, no, unless there is definitive proof of an actual live coin with a 2025 date, we are going to assume that it does not exist. And as you can see, we've already been through a few dozen listings with no 2025 dated Lincoln cents yet to be reported on the secondary market. All right, so we're not going to spend too much time looking at that. Let's go ahead and take a look at nickels. Nickels again, with that heavy number going into the month of January of 2025. And I looked at these numbers already, or did these listings yesterday, but things can evolve and move pretty quickly. If we wait a day or 2 days, you just never know. Again, we're not seeing any listings with any definitive proof of a 2025 date. They're showing just like reverses of all the coins and doing generic pre-sale type stuff. And keep it in mind that if you're doing a pre-sale per eBay's terms of service, you have to deliver these within 30 days of purchase. There's no way around that. You could get yourself in deep shit if you don't follow that those terms. So, you know, again, for those of you that are participating in pre-sale kind of like sales activity, keep in mind that you have exactly 30 days the moment that you sell something to deliver in on a pre-sale promise. All right, nothing on nickels. Nickels are very dry. Let's try Roosevelt dimes. Roosevelt dimes coming in. Keep in mind that candy half dollars are not going to be made available for sale until this fall. Now, there's that off chance that we might see some leak into circulation beforehand, but where you going to find them really? You probably won't see any in bankrolls because people are still hunting silver today. Again, nothing. There's actually, surprisingly, a 2024 D Top Pop registry coin for $1,300. Wow. That's as of January 30, 2025. That's wild. Some are going to say, is that worth it? For a registry set individual that's doing dimes, that is totally worth it because that's a coin they're going to need. And I'm going to assume that maybe the price might be a little bit ambitious on there. I don't know. When you only have one of something and it's unique, you can kind of do kind of a blank check type auction. It's like you ask whatever money that you want for it, and hope and see that they'll deliver on it. But nothing here either from 2025 dimes. And one more thing, Ida B. Wells quarter. Let's see if there's anything here. Probably more pre-sales, proof coins, things of that nature. Now the proof coins, you're going to get all of them all available. I think that the proof set is going to be available here real soon. But nothing really that I could see. Well, what do we have here? We have Denver in stock. So, ladies and gentlemen, for $2.35, if you wanted one quarter, the picture looks legit too. From Northwest Hills Coin Company, have sold 8 of these so far, and they're in Plymouth, Connecticut. All right, so they have some of these coins, and it shows like a legit date and all that stuff for $2.35. Not exactly like a huge premium on these. Of course, at like 9 times face value, it's like more than enough. They're not charging any shipping. Shipping's free in this particular instance. There you go, guys. That's your first 2025 reported sale. 8 of them, to be exact, on the new Ida B. Wells quarter. And that's it. Yeah, that's really it all, ladies and gentlemen. There's an uncirculated roll. It says in hand for $14.95 plus $6 shipping. Yeah, it looks good. Ida B. Wells galore. So if you wanted a full roll for $15, actually it's ended up being about $20 shipped, which seems to be the normal going rate for brand new quarter rolls like this. And these are Denver's. Obviously, the ones that you want to get are the Philadelphias if you want to have like a shot at like varieties and stuff. Those are the ones to target. They've sold 18 rolls. So obviously there's been some sales activity here over the last couple days. There's Philadelphia rolls right here for the same price too. Discountcoins.net, which is their website. So these in a fresh, what looks to be NF String and Son bank box. These are currently live, and that's a full Philadelphia box, guys. So they're located in Henderson, Colorado. All right, so yeah, the quarters are available if you want them, and you're curious as to what's happening with these. You can always get one. Now, considering that they're selling these for, provided that you don't send over a best offer, for anything less than the $14.95, you're gonna end up paying just over $20 a roll for these. Now, obviously, I would probably put in an offer. I'd try like $12.50. $12, somewhere around there. I don't know, what kind of profit margin they're looking to be. Obviously, they're not going to make a whole heck of a lot at $12.50 a roll. That is considering that they actually utilize all $6 of the shipping fee to send out the roll. It's not going to cost that much. You could probably get away with doing a small box and still do ground advantage for these for around $4.80. And then, kind of profit another $1 from the shipping part of it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the updated numbers for circulating coinage. We're going to revisit this 30 days from now and see what effect the the February numbers have. Are they going to ramp up production in any one area? Are we going to see them catch up on Denver Mint Lincoln Cents? Are they going to be producing these all throughout the year? I don't know. There's a lot of question marks so far. The Mint, because they're able to put out all this public information on their website about circulating coinage numbers, they are not hiding anything whatsoever regarding these. All right, so there's no veil over our heads here. Just take it for what it is. But always be on the lookout for Lincoln Cents, because the moment those ones hit, they're going to sell for the most amount of money out of any other circulating coinage because of what they are. People are looking for the varieties and errors right out of the gate on those. They're looking to grade some coins for the registry set market. And that's where a lot of the desirability for paying like $400 or $500 for a bank box comes into play. All right. So there you go. That's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Ladies and gents, I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Thank you guys for tuning in. Great freaking news. We got some numbers for 2025 coinage. And it's looking very encouraging that, there's going to be some coins being produced at decent numbers this year. We'll see how long it's sustained, right? They could always change their mind and ratchet back production on some of them. We will see. All right, so just stay in tune to the Lincoln Cent numbers. That's going to be a big one this year. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy the hobby. Keep on collecting. And I will see you real soon. So long, guys.